If you look at the satellite imagery of the Zagros Mountains in Iran right now, deep beneath the rock, inside a highly classified military facility, you will not find centrifuges spinning uranium. You will find something much more dangerous to the United States. You will find engineers from Tehran, technical advisors from Beijing, and metallurgists from Moscow, all standing in a circle around a 20-foot-long, 30,000-pound cylinder of solid American steel. It is the GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator, the most advanced, highly classified, and destructive bunker-buster bomb ever created by the Pentagon. They are studying it. They are dismantling it. Not because their intelligence agencies pulled off a master heist, not because Chinese hackers infiltrated a CIA server to steal the blueprints. They have it because the United States military accidentally gift-wrapped it, dropped it right into their hands, and walked away. What happened in the mountains of Iran over the past 6 months represents one of the most devastating, catastrophic intelligence failures in modern military history, and almost nobody in the mainstream media is talking about it. Before we go any deeper into how a single mechanical failure just undid a decade of American military supremacy, make sure you subscribe and drop a comment telling us, do you think American military technology is still untouchable, or has Washington just handed its biggest advantage to its worst enemies? Your engagement keeps this independent analysis alive. Let's get everyone on the exact same page because this story was completely buried under political headlines. Let's go back to June 22, 2025. The operation was called Midnight Hammer. In response to escalating nuclear threats, the Air Force sent 7 B-2 Spirit stealth bombers halfway across the world to drop 14 GBU-57 bombs on the Fordow and Natanz nuclear facilities. The Air Force publicly celebrated. President Donald Trump declared the Iranian nuclear sites completely and totally obliterated. The headlines everywhere praised American military superiority. The narrative was simple. The U.S. has weapons that no one can hide from. But nobody mentioned the bomb that didn't go off. Out of the 14 bombs dropped, one massive 30,000-pound weapon suffered a fusing malfunction. It burrowed 200 feet deep into the Iranian bedrock, breached the outer layers of the facility, and just sat there, intact, completely functional, every cutting-edge component, every proprietary line of code, perfectly preserved in the dark. From June through November, while the American media moved on to the next news cycle, Iran quietly executed a massive underground recovery operation. They dug it up. And then, on December 6th, the Iranian foreign minister made an announcement through the Tehran Times that sent absolute shockwaves through defense circles worldwide. Iran confirmed they hadn't just recovered the bomb, they hadn't just studied a few components, they had successfully, 100% reverse-engineered the entire weapon. The ultimate American secret was gone. You need to understand why this specific bomb matters and why this intelligence leak is terrifying the smart money at the Pentagon. This isn't just an explosive, it is a technological marvel that took 13 years and billions of dollars to develop. I want to give you the receipts right now to show you exactly what America just lost. Receipt 1, the blueprint transfer. When we say Iran reverse-engineered it, we are talking about the complete package. We are talking about the Eglin steel alloy casing, a specialized metallurgical formula designed to survive slamming into solid granite at supersonic speeds without shattering. We are talking about the AFX-577 explosive formulation and PBXN-114 polymer-bonded explosives. We are talking about the GPS-assisted inertial navigation integration, the grid fin aerodynamic design that steers the bomb at hypersonic velocities, and most importantly, the smart fuse programming. The fuse is the brain of the bomb. It counts the layers of concrete it punches through and calculates the exact millisecond to detonate for maximum structural collapse. Iran now possesses every single algorithm. A weapon system that cost the U.S. taxpayer billions was handed over because a $2 wire failed to spark. Receipt 2. The Chinese industrial machine. Here is where this goes from an Iranian victory to a global American nightmare. Iran didn't keep this goldmine of technology to itself. According to defense analysts tracking the region, Beijing has been desperately seeking exactly this deep penetration capability for over a decade. Advanced bunker busting was one of the few critical areas where American weapons significantly exceeded Chinese equivalents. Notice I said exceeded, past tense. Douglas Macgregor, a former senior Pentagon advisor, warned just days ago that China has provided Iran with enormous quantities of arms and munitions in recent weeks. Ask yourself, what did Iran give China in exchange? The answer is the GBU-57. Iran can reverse engineer the bomb, but producing those specialized components at scale requires massive industrial infrastructure. China has that infrastructure. The United States reportedly possesses fewer than 24 of these bombs total because they take forever to build, maybe 3 to 5 per year. China doesn't face those constraints. With the blueprints in hand, Chinese manufacturing can produce 50 or more annually. Within 5 years, Beijing will possess larger stocks of advanced American-designed penetration weapons than America does, despite starting from absolute zero. Receipt 3. The end of the Israel shield. This is the receipt that should make your blood run cold if you are watching from the Middle East. The Tehran Times specifically noted a terrifying detail. Iran intends to incorporate the penetration and guidance technology from this American bomb directly into its ballistic missile warheads. Let that sink in for a moment. They are putting American bunker buster capabilities onto the Khorramshahr missiles. For decades, Israel's entire leadership, military command, government continuity, Prime Minister Netanyahu has relied entirely on heavily reinforced underground bunkers for survival during missile attacks. Those concrete fortresses were designed assuming Iranian weapons couldn't penetrate deeply enough. That assumption just became completely invalid. Israel's bunkers were designed to withstand Iranian technology. They were not designed to survive an Iranian missile carrying American GBU-57 capabilities. The ultimate shield just rendered useless. Receipt 4. The global strategic vulnerability. For American forces, the problem extends far beyond the Middle East. The entire American military posture globally is based on a single assumption: our forces can shelter in hardened facilities and our adversaries can't reach them. We assume we have a monopoly on deep penetration technology. Command bunkers in Japan, highly classified storage facilities in Qatar, communication centers in Germany. All of them were built assuming the enemy couldn't dig them out. China now possesses the capabilities to dig them out, thanks to one recovered bomb. The psychological advantage of the U.S. military just evaporated overnight. So why is Iran bragging about this publicly? Why not keep it a secret? Because in geopolitics, a weapon is only useful if your enemy knows you have it. Iran is actively establishing a new deterrence. They want the Pentagon to know exactly what shift just occurred. And the timing of this could not possibly be worse. Right now, the U.S. is positioning forces for potential follow-up strikes. The USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Group is operating in Iranian waters. B-2 bombers are on standby, receiving target packages. But how do you authorize a strike now?
Iran knows exactly how the GBU-57 functions. They understand its guidance vulnerabilities. They know its guidance vulnerabilities. They have had 6 months to develop electronic countermeasures based on that exact knowledge. Will the GBU-57 work as intended in future strikes, or will Iranian defenses, informed by the bomb they took apart piece by piece, simply jam the smart fuses and turn America's ultimate weapons into useless rocks falling from the sky? Nobody at the Pentagon knows for certain, but betting the lives of 6,000 American sailors on a carrier group near an adversary who just captured your most advanced weapons technology seems questionable at best and suicidal at worst. So where do we go from here? The strategic balance of power has completely shifted, and the U.S. has very few good options. Scenario A, the silent arms race. The Pentagon quietly accepts that the GBU-57 is compromised. They go to Congress and demand a massive, classified budget, tens of billions of dollars, to develop a brand new next-generation deep penetrator from scratch. But this will take another 10 to 15 years to design, test, and deploy. During that massive window of vulnerability, China and Iran mass-produce the stolen technology, permanently altering the balance of power in the Pacific and the Middle East. Scenario B, the countermeasure trap.